Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tony and I'm the co-founder of the Hire Company. In today's video, I'm not sure what I'm gonna title it, but I do know I want to talk about like the process with incorporating wax melts into your business. If you're anything like me, you probably started out with candles, and if you overthink, it was a process, or it is a process if you're going through it right now, trying to figure out how you can incorporate wax melts into your business. So if you're interested in me giving you a few tips, please stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so like I mentioned, overthinking is so crippling. And what I mean by that, if you watch my how I make wax melts or how to make wax melts video, I'm not sure, I think I mentioned it in there, but the wax that I had it for close to a year before I even started making, well, I had it for a lot of months before I started even making wax melts. And the reason being was I didn't know how I wanted to incorporate wax melts into my business. So hopefully with these tips, it can help y'all shorten your process as I wish it would have been for me. And if y'all realize the videos that I make on my channel, like most of them I would say are videos I wish were out there to answer my questions, which is why I make these type of videos. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and visit our website at thehireco.com. So if you're anything like me, I feel like most of us, when we start like a home scent business, we start out with candles. Everyone loves candles. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's the thing that people gravitate to most, which is candles. And you may have started off with candles, you've got that down pat, and now you're trying to figure out more ways to incorporate home scents into your business. So wax scents was my next step that I wanted to do, but if I remember correctly, I think I went with room sprays before I did wax melts because it was easier. It was an easier decision for me to make. All right, so my first thing, like the first thing to making wax melts is the easiest part, which is, you need wax and you need fragrance oils. So the wax, I would say, just don't forget to get tart wax, which is a harder wax, which you'll be breaking it off, is easier to clean up when you melt it in your little wax pot. And that's the easiest part. That was the part I had down pat. I already had the fragrance oils. I already had the wax. Now the dilemma comes in when, or for me, I would say, is when I wanted to figure out how am I gonna present my wax melts. Now, when it comes to wax melts, because it is like, you could be so creative when it comes to wax melts, it's like information overload. So what I mean by this, you have your regular 6 cubes or like the 6 block. I'll put pictures up. You could do the regular 6 cubes. Then you have some that's 8 cubes. You have, and then it gets creative. You have the chocolate bars. You have actual, like, say if you're doing a wax melt that's a cinnamon wax melt, you could make it into that. You could do little, like, one idea I had was gummy bears. So I wanted to do the whole 1 cent red gummy bears, green, yellow, pink, whatever colors, and throw it into a bag and it'd be that scent. You can do molds, it's so much that you can do with wax melts, and that for me was the crippling part. So how I ended up on the 6 cubes and how I'm hoping to help you end up on whatever decision you want to make was, after I brainstormed with the gummy bears, I wanted to do chocolate, whatever, all these other creative stuff. You can do like drizzles. Y'all, it's a lot that you can do with wax melts. And I feel like this is the time to be your most creative. If you didn't add color to your candles, if you don't want to add color to your candles, if you couldn't succeed when adding color to your candles, this is the time for you to shine or show your creative side if you have one. I feel like everyone has a creative side. So show your creative side if you want to, and just incorporate that into your wax melts. Now, even if you do the 6 cubes like I chose to do myself, how did I end up on it? So I ended up on this because I brainstormed, I wanted to do the creative stuff, and then I thought to myself, I already don't have enough time, so take that into consideration, being that I still work a regular job and then I'm doing my business as well. I do everything for my business, which is like labels, shipping, blah, blah, blah. So I do everything when it comes to that. What else? And the materials. I already have a whole bunch of materials that I have stocked. Like, if you're working out of your home, it takes a lot of space. So I have a whole bunch of materials and boxes and a whole bunch of stuff. Shipping stuff when it comes to candles, to the candles that I already have. And so I took all of that into consideration, and I was like, before I start stressing myself out trying to do different color gummy bears, same scent, molds, all these other extra supplies. I was like, let me just take it slow and do the 6 cubes. So if you're in the same boat as I am, you may want to do the 6 cubes. You could do chocolate bars that you don't have to demold. You could just pour it into the mold and just into the clamshell and just clamp it. And you could do the same thing, be creative. The way that I'm showing my creative side in my wax melts is packaging. If you do the 6 cube clamshell wax melt mold, you could add color and you could spruce it up like with your label if you want to do it like that, but you don't have a lot of time, you could do it that way. I just do mica powder for the scent to match the color in my mind. So that's the clamshell without demolding. If this is like your full-time job, you running your business, you having a scent business or whatever business, and you want to incorporate wax melts, if you want to do like the mold parts, if that's more you like to be creative, you maybe want to do the gummy bears, you maybe want to do the molds of what the scent is. So if you're doing like a cinnamon bun scent and you want to make it into a cinnamon bun itself, you could do that if you have that time. Also, just take into consideration the supplies that you would need. If you have the time, if you have the resources, definitely go the more creative route, because I feel like those sell way better because it's a fun thing to look at. Like I would be on TikTok just scrolling for hours looking at the creative stuff that people turn into a wax melt, and it's always fun. I don't know, to me it's always fun seeing that, how do I say, like that thing, maybe I keep using the cinnamon bun, but that's the first thing that's coming to my mind, or like a chocolate bar, like stuff. It's always fun seeing those stuff melt into like a melt pool. I don't know. So if you do have the time, go that route. If you don't have the time but you still want to do wax melts and you still want to be creative with it, you could add color and spruce up your packaging, like your labels, or basically whatever goes with your company vibe. And lastly, if you just want to add wax melts and you don't want to add any color, you just want it to be wax melts only, do that as well. I feel like across the board, people are starting to get more into wax melts because it's a safer way to burn, and because you don't have the wick, and you do have a lesser chance of having like house fires and stuff like that when you do have wax melts as opposed to candles. And so definitely, I hope this video helped y'all, because when I was stressing about this, maybe it's just me, I'm not just an overthinker, but if you're an overthinker like me, definitely I hope this video helped you in some way, shape, or form making the decision of how you are going to add wax melts to your business, whether it's going to be clamshells, chocolate bars, whatever fun stuff that you want to get into. I hope this video helped that decision making process easier. And another thing when it comes to wax melts, it's so much easier to make. So if you don't have the scent in a candle as yet, and maybe you want to test it out, you could always make wax melts, see how it sells, and then put it into a candle. I know that may seem backwards to people, but to me it's easier that way. But other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.